All right, now, I don't know whether you have any idea how many of you are here, but there's easily 2,000 of you standing here. Malaysians are usually late. Okay, without taking up more of your time, what are we here for? Okay, Annabelle here is your MC for the day. I'm basically second in charge. Okay, so I'm going to pass over to Annabelle, who will kick things off.
We have a mix of speeches and musical numbers today. We start at 2 o'clock, we'll end probably about 4 o'clock. We'll have a range of Malaysian activists, student activists, Australian activists, and also local politicians talking to us today. So we're really glad to have that. We're really glad to have everyone here to support. Please hold up your banners to take lots of photos. The hashtag is Bersih4. You can also put Bersih Melbourne if you like. Bersih4.
This is just a little rain. A little Melbourne rain can't take us down.
Yeah!
Okay. Back to Annabelle.
Alright, thank you for that, guys. You can sit down if you want, or stand up with your umbrella, that's totally fine. We'll start with the speeches. First up, we have Pravin from Anak Bangsa Malaysia, also the organizer for Bersih today. He'll be giving his speech.
Okay, don't worry. It's not all about talk, we got music on later, so you know. So don't worry, people won't bore you to death. Okay, firstly I must say, the weather. Okay, Malaysians generally, this is a known thing, the slightest inconvenience you take away. But even with the rain, there are about 2,000 of you standing here today. This is a new thing in our culture, if you like. Even with the rain, there are 2,000 of us here. What does that mean to you? Bersih! 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 Okay. Salam Bersih. My name is Pravin. Hi everyone. I can't hear you. Hi. Okay, thank you very much. I'm a Malaysian living here in Melbourne. I came here after my SPM to study, and I've lived on since. Now, basically my father told me this, son, go overseas, study, get a job, get your PR, get married after PR, get married, in between somewhere there. Okay, so study, get a job, get married. Thank you, sir. And then?
Don't come back.
Don't come back. Don't come back. Now, how many of your parents have had the same conversation with you? You know the ones, lah. Okay. Now, that was when I was 18 years old, you know. I'm going to give away my age today, but no, it's okay, I'm married. That was when I was 18 years of age. Now wait this. That was when I was 18 years of age. What do I know? 18-year-old fella, Papa say you can go overseas. Okay lah, sounds good. I didn't know any better. Packed up my bags, Papa bought me my ticket, very happy I came here. 14 years later. Okay, you do the maths, man. I'm 32, 31, going to 32. 14 years later, I still feel stateless. I feel stateless. I'm a Malaysian, living in Melbourne. I feel stateless. Why do I feel stateless? This is not home. This is not home. Why do we still care then? Look, I'm not a somebody lah. Okay.
Come closer, come closer.
Yes, sir, come closer. Come to the front, sir. Come to the front. You will hear me. Okay, look, I do not want to be rude, but I really cannot do anything about this. I am very, very sorry. I've said this for probably the 5th time.
Keep going.
Okay. I'm not a somebody lah. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a politician. What do I know about civil rights lah? I'm not a somebody, you know. I am one of you. I am one of you. I am a Malaysian citizen. I am a Malaysian citizen. What more do I need to demand for my civil rights? Look, we're all in this together, okay? You don't need to be a somebody to demand for your civil rights. See, the sad thing about it, why do we still care? The sad thing about it is, we Malaysians generally don't leave by choice. A lot of us haven't left by choice. We haven't left out of choice. We have left mostly because we are out of choice. That's right. That's right. We're out of choice. That's the general feeling. Okay? So that's why we've left. So how can we move on from our home when we've left out of no choice? If you're nomadic, if you're happy with being a nomad, good for you lah. Wish you well. Best of luck. But a lot of us here, gathered around here, all of you, 2,000 of you, we are not ready to be nomads, my friends. We're not ready. We'll never be nomads. We are essentially, a lot of us are essentially what I term professional refugees. Doctors, accountants, engineers, pharmacists, professionals lah, okay? But still, we feel like refugees in a different sense. But still, we are seeking refuge. So why should we care then? Why should we still care? Yes, sister, yes. Yes, sister, why should we still care?
She's repeating for the people.
Translate over there.
I repeat to you personally one-on-one later, sorry. Okay, why should we still care? Look, we are a fortunate lot because we're able to gather here today. Now, do not forget the people and way of life that we have left behind to be here. We have left people we love, and the way of life that we love, we have left that behind to be here. So why should we not care about that?
We do care.
Exactly, sister. We do care.
That's why we are here.
That's why we are here. Okay, so there are a number of people, there's a school of thought that Bersih, through its previous rallies, has not achieved much. Okay? I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. Because these people who suggest that Bersih has not achieved much, that's because they believe the government hasn't changed. Now, Bersih was never about changing the government or toppling the government. It was never about toppling the government, and it still isn't. Bersih is about emboldening you and I. And what are we doing now? We are out here. 20 years ago, would you have done this? No. So how dare they say Bersih has not achieved anything?
Nonsense.
That's right, sir.
I heard you.
All right. So fear. We all have our fears. For you to gather here today, I've been told that some of you are afraid of being targeted. I see 2,000 of you. I think you fellas are like lions. Lions and lionesses. Okay? So I don't think you're all afraid. But don't forget, it is human to fear. There's nothing to be ashamed of fearing. It is in how we manage that fear that we persevere. But do not forget, fear or not, we must do that which we have to do. It becomes a moral responsibility to speak up against injustice. It is a moral responsibility. And that's why, my friends, we are all gathered here today. That's why you are gathered here today.
That's why you are gathered here.
That sister there is doing a fantastic job. Put your hands together for her. Defiance. Defiance. You may think all of this sounds great, but you know, you're afraid to be involved in this, you're afraid to do anything further. I get that. I get that. But don't forget that many of us here, we may be here semi-permanent, we may be PRs, what have you. But a lot of us will never give up our citizenship. Not all of us, but a lot of us will never give up our citizenship. We will never give up our nationality. We may choose to remain here semi-permanently.
25 years PR.
There you go, sir. 25-year PR. 25-year permanent resident. But he would not give up his nationality. The reason for this, my friends, is because inside of you, one little iota within you says, I need to be defiant. Who the hell are you to tell me to give this up? You are a defiant lot. You just need to find that little cell in you that is defiant and amplify that. You are not fearful, my friends. You are defiant. And you're defiant for the right reasons. There's nothing to be ashamed of about that. Now, I think I've spoken for long enough. The MCs are probably wondering how the hell do I call this one now? Okay, what you can do next. That's more important. What can you do next? We have to do something. What can you do next? I will talk to you a little later. Now, I will, so don't worry, sir. I'm going to pass it to somebody else today. You can harass them. I'm going to pass it to my friend and comrade, Ranjit Singh.
All right, thank you, Pravin. Can I just get where is Sue Bolton? Sue, are you here?
Sue is here.
Sue Bolton, is she here?
Sue here.
Alrighty, okay. Sue is, we'll have you after Ranjit, right? Alright, got awesome. Sue is here. But for now, let's have Ranjit Singh to give us his address.
I'm too scared to stand up, I might fall down now. Okay, my name is Ranjit Singh. I've been around for nearly 40 odd years, combing the streets of Melbourne and you know, having a great time, yeah. All right, good afternoon to you all. It's a great privilege to share with you my experience and aspirations of making Malaysia a better place to live in. It all began with my journey. It began in the mid-1970s, when as a university student, my attention was drawn to the plight of the democratically elected Students' Union at the University of Malaya in Kuala Lumpur. The Students' Union was unceremoniously sacked and the campus invaded by the police and army. It became the responsibility of Malaysian students abroad to champion the plight of the students of University Malaya and good governance. As a young man, I had a few questions. I've been reading the Straits Times all my life. I've been nicely told, don't rock the boat. Everything is fine. The question in mind was, why is the Malaysian government being so aggressive to its own scholars and repressing free speech? I suspected then and confirmed over the next 40 years that the conduct and performance of the Malaysian government was and still is below par where democracy and transparency attributes are concerned. The UMNO-led Barisan National Government has systematically dismantled good governance tools over the years, mainly to suit themselves, where now there is little separation of powers between political and justice systems, and financial systems too. Think about this, the Prime Minister doubling up as the Finance Minister. What does that show you? It's like making the Dracula in charge of the blood bank. It's like the vampire is in charge of the blood bank. Definitely tidak bersih. Kotor satu kali. So prior to the 2013 elections, I had virtually retired, inverted commas, from political and social activism in Malaysia after a disheartening experience in Sabah in 2010. Sometime before the last election though, I found Bersih, or was it Bersih found me? And my energy levels increased again because seeing younger, much younger Malaysians make a fearless stand for a better Malaysia. I was then and am still inspired by all your efforts. Every individual has the power to decide. And the decision you made today of being here indicates to me your desire to participate in the improvement of Malaysian socio-economical and political processes. Very good, very good. So, okay, we're going to do this very slowly. You with me? Together we can make a difference. I believe there are more decent Malaysians than there are not.
Yes!
And the restoration of good governance is within our reach.
Yes!
Yes! However, we have to remain united in our resolution and demands for change. Thank you for listening and Salam Bersih.
Thank you, Ranjit. Next we have Sue Bolton, Moreland City Councillor, to come and tell us a few things.
Hi, thank you very much for inviting me today. And first, I'd like to acknowledge that today we're standing on Aboriginal land which was stolen from them by the British settlers. So we've got injustice in Australia like you have in Malaysia. And you might wonder why I'm standing here today. I'm not Malaysian. I haven't visited Malaysia. Yes, I'd love to. But an attack on democracy and injustice in any country is an attack on democracy and injustice for everyone in the world. Every repressive and reactionary government and corrupt government learns from other reactionary and corrupt governments. They support each other. And we've also seen with Australia, where Australia has the most inhumane refugee policy that other governments in Europe and Canada are learning and implementing Australia's inhumane policies. And that means that the Malaysian government gives courage and confidence to other governments that are doing similar things to the Malaysian government. And I remember Bersih 1, and I remember the Malaysian government using all sorts of tricks to try and stop people mobilising for Bersih 1. They arrested lots of people. They tried to use the Internal Security Act. And they said that the protest wouldn't go ahead. But guess what? Tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands came out. The government was forced to allow the protest to go ahead. What that shows is Malaysian people, the ordinary people of Malaysia that aren't corrupt, that don't have an interest in the corrupt system, are capable of taking on the government. And the fact that we're at Bersih 4 shouldn't be a reason to despair, because usually the struggle for justice and democracy doesn't win just with one protest. You usually have to keep mobilising, keep bringing people together, keep people's morale up for change, because usually what happens is you end up with lots of little victories, and you might not win every time. You end up with lots of little victories and some setbacks, but all of those little victories are the ones that help you win the big victory and overturn the system. And the other thing you have to beware, you know, which Australians often fall into the trap of, is it's not just a question of changing the figurehead at the top or replacing a party with these. You actually have to change the system that allows the corruption. And then the ruling powers use every trick in the book to demoralise people. They try and they use their money, they bribe, they use the media, they use the police to intimidate people, and then they try and convince people that it's impossible to achieve change. So we have to make sure we keep everyone together, and that means unity and not you falling for any tricks like a lot of governments do, where they divide and rule. They try and divide up racial groups, ethnic groups, religious groups. We have to have maximum unity. We have to have a multiracial struggle, women and men, young and old, everybody united, and then it is absolutely possible to win. Victory to Bersih! Victory to Bersih! Victory to Bersih!
Thank you, Sue. Alright guys, now we move on to some musical performances, but before that, we need to clear the way, the entrance to 7-Eleven. Hi guys, do you mind moving closer in or moving to this side? Because they do need to do some business, right? Okay. Alright, and we do need to clear the way for Movenpick as well. So guys here, we need to clear the way for Movenpick. Alright, thank you. And we also have donation boxes running around. This is to cover the cost of organizing this today. Make sure you only put money into the one that has a Bersih logo on it. So all kinds of donations are accepted. Alright, now we have Eric to give us something.
Thank you all. My name is Eric. I'm from the little state up north in Malaysia called Penang. How many Penangites are here today? Excellent. Well, okay, so I'm from the band called the Rubber Bands. And I think to begin with, I need a volunteer to hold my mic. Okay. Anyone? I'll come. Oh, thank you. So,
Ready on the
sorry.
Oh, you to sing this.
Okay, so this is a song that I've done. Actually, it's about Penang, but I'm gonna change the lyrics a little bit to make it more to Malaysia.
All right, people at the back, right? So Salam Bersih, yes, important, but there will also be provocateurs within our crowd. So please only listen to here. Don't follow there. I'm serious.
Okay, so this song is called, well, I've titled it My Beautiful Island Life because I'm from Penang, but I'm gonna change it My Beautiful Malaysian Life. It's about my life in Malaysia actually. Traffic jams and expensive things. Light is dawning, a brand new day. Kids are running on their way to school. Way to school. I take my breakfast in a kopitiam. Kopi o kau, wantan mi mai kiam. Masih kiam. This is my beautiful Malaysian life. See the traffic, hear them roll. The cars too big and lanes too small to pass. Small to pass. Well, I am cycling, I'm pedaling far, but I'll be faster than your car can go. Car can go. Life is good without a strife. This is my beautiful Malaysian life. Doesn't matter where you come from. Doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't matter if you're young or you're old. Well, wherever we go, we'll be Malaysians, right?
Alright, thank you Eric for that great song. Next we have Sharon. Where are you, Sharon? Alright. You want to stand on the podium or go down? So Sharon will be singing us a song. What song? One. Okay.
Just here, here's one.
Oh, just here?
Oh, it's very hard to follow that. Here's me thinking of wonton mee now, so let's let's hope I don't screw up this song.
You up?
Thank you. So when they said sing a song that means something to you, my first thought was Burung Kakak Tua. But I'm not going to sing that today. Let's see if you know the song, please sing along. Okay? Puji dan syukur pada Ilahi, anugerahnya tiada terhingga, kedamaian, kemakmuran, Malaysiaku bahagia dengan tekad untuk berjaya, berbakti pada nusa dan bangsa. Kami junjung cita-cita luhur, perpaduan seluruh negeri. Seia, sekata, sehati, sejiwa menghadapi cabaran. Kami sedia berkorban untuk negara, bersemara Malaysia tercinta, kibarkan panji kebesarannya. Kami rela menjaga namamu, sejahtera Malaysia.
Thank you, Sharon, for the great song. Beautiful voice. All right, next we have Juliana Ko coming to tell us about her Sabahan experience.
What's up, everyone? How's everyone doing? My name is Juliana. And I am from...
Sorry, 1 second. As I said, there are provocators in the crowd, okay? If you do not hear anything coming from in front here, please do not repeat. It is disrespectful to the speakers and people who have volunteered to give speeches and sing their hearts out. It is highly disrespectful. Please disregard provocators. Thank you.
Now, let's continue. Again, my name is Juliana, and I am a Sabahan, and proud to be one.
Yes, Sabah!
Now, first of all, I would like to give yourselves a big round of applause for being here today, for standing up for our brothers and sisters back home. You guys rock. Now, I would like to share a little something with you about Sabah, my hometown. Many Sabahans today share the same, we go through the same nonsenses that you go through every day. We fire up the news every day, read about 1MDB, which I'm getting so bored of. We learn about people being caught and deported. We learn about our investigators being investigated, and we learn about what? The color yellow is being banned. So we in Sabah, we feel you. We in Sabah, we feel you. We get your frustration. But we in Sabah, we have our own share of problems. And I won't bore you into details today, but I want to tell you a little something about a couple of issues that are happening, which I think all Malaysians should know. Now, in Sabah, as you all know, there are many rural areas which are very underdeveloped. We have our brothers and sisters who don't have direct access to very basic necessities like power and water. In my hometown, I'm from the second largest city in Sabah. I grew up getting interruption to power and water supply. And I grew up getting used to feeling normal about it, but it's not normal. I want to tell people that it's not normal. It's not okay. Having water and power is the most basic human rights, and we don't get it. What about our sisters and brothers in the rural areas? They don't have direct access to any of those. Now, how do kids go to school? They don't have access to direct roads. They don't have access to roads. How do people who are ill go to the hospital? This is one of the major problem in Sabah and Sarawak. That's the best I can do. Sorry.
People in Sarawak, the people don't have proper school and water.
Thank you. Now, I encourage you all, if you come to visit Sabah and Sarawak, don't just visit the beautiful cities. Don't only go to the beautiful islands and all the resorts. Do that, but also volunteer yourselves. Do something about it. Educate the orang kampung. Bring your cell phones with you. Bring your laptops with you, and educate them English. Teach them English. Teach them whatever you're good at. Share your phone with them. Teach them how you get information from. It's help.
If you are in Sabah or Sarawak, don't just go as a visitor. Go and visit the villages, go and help the people, meet the people there.
Thank you. And I'm just gonna quickly wrap up. In Sabah, when I tell people that I'm from Sabah, a lot of people will mention to me about the racial unity. I have never actually thought of that as a thing, because I grew up with a lot of different ethnic around me. I never thought it was an issue, and it shouldn't be, because look at us today. We have different kinds of colors everywhere. We have put aside today our culture, our race, and our religious issues aside, and we are here today to share that one same thing. So give yourself a big round of applause for that. And I think we all deserve a home where safety and security is ensured, that we won't go out worrying about being kidnapped or being mugged. We deserve a home where our brothers and us are being treated fairly, and that we are actually being cared for. And I think Sabah and Sarawak deserves a lot better than this. I think Malaysia certainly deserves a lot better than this. What do you say? Now, I am just going to wrap this up by saying I'm going to wish everyone from Peninsular Malaysia and Sabah a very happy Independence Day. And Malaysia Run, jayo!
Thank you, Juliana. Next, we have Senator Janet Rice from the Australian Greens Party.
Thank you. Yes, I'll shout. It's worth shouting. So thank you all for being here. I am so proud and pleased to be here, standing with you in solidarity with people in Malaysia. I'm told that there are hundreds of thousands of people rallying in Malaysia today.
And tomorrow.
It's a wonderful thing to be part of, because the demands of the Bersih movement are pretty straightforward. I mean, clean elections, clean government, right to dissent, strengthening parliamentary democracy, and saving the economy. These are all things that to me as an Australian, I take for granted. And I think that people in Malaysia and the many, many people who move backwards and forwards from Malaysia and Australia should take for granted as well. They are basic human rights. The relationship relationship between Malaysia and Australia is a very rich one, and it's with people moving backwards and forwards. It's an ongoing relationship. It's vibrant. And for so many of you here today who have you may be in Australia temporarily, you may have made Australia your home, or you may be people who are sometimes in Australia, sometimes in Malaysia. It's you, those global movements are our connection with Malaysia, and tell us why it is important for people here in Australia to take note and to care and to stand in solidarity with the people of Malaysia. I think of the many Malaysian students that I have known from the time that I was at university. I have 2 sons now who are both at university, and when I told them that I was speaking at this rally today, they told me of a friend of theirs who's just finished studying in Australia. He's finished his studying, so his visa has ended. He's had to go back to Malaysia, but he feels he cannot live there because of the oppression and the lack of human rights. He is a young gay man, and he is now travelling the world being homeless because he hasn't got the freedom to express himself, hasn't got the freedom to be himself in Malaysia. This matters to him, it matters to my sons because he is their friend, and it matters to me because as a Green I know that we share a common humanity. It matters more than just what happens in Australia. It matters to me what happens all over the world, because we are citizens of the world. We have a shared humanity and we share a small, vulnerable planet. So it's important. So what happens in Malaysia is important. The fact that you don't have freedom of assembly, you don't have freedom of speech, you don't have freedom of association in Malaysia is awful. It's a tragedy, and it's oppression of people who are part of that, our shared common humanity. I'm actually going to be visiting Malaysia in October. I'm going to be I'm going to be visiting Sarawak and visiting some of the indigenous people who are affected by the hydro dams in Sarawak. And so I will be there, basically speaking up and giving them support from Australia and being in solidarity. But it worries me that I am going to Malaysia, which has got these oppressive attacks on our human rights. And it worries me in terms of, it is this attacks on human rights and the corruption in Malaysian politics and in Malaysia at the moment that is holding Malaysia back. It's that corruption that needs to be overcome so that Malaysia can move forward. So that people like my son's friend feel, who is just the type of person that a new modern Malaysia needs to have living there, so that people like him can feel that yes, they can live in Malaysia and they want to go back there, rather than feeling that they can't, that they are homeless, that they're having to leave their homeland. So, look, I will finish just by saying that as a Green Senator, I will be standing with you. The Greens will be standing with you. Standing up for human rights, for justice and democracy. So I say keep up the fight, and we will be there with you every step of the way. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Rice, for making time in your busy schedule to talk to us. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, now I have walked around the crowd myself because I've heard that guys at the back can't hear anything, right? Yeah. They literally can't hear anything now. They're not kidding. It's really bad. So we're going to break it up a little bit. We're going to go through demands and slogans, right? Okay? So what are we here for? What are we here for? Bersih! 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 Okay, thank you. Okay, I'd like to make it clear, right? One of the tools that the government has and is not shy to use is basically telling the public that Bersih is about toppling the government. It is against democratic principles. We are not against democratic principles. We are all for strengthening parliamentary democracy.
Bersih is not toppling the government. Bersih is for strengthening democracy.
All right, what are our demands? Clean elections. Repeat after me. Clean elections. Clean elections. Clean elections. Clean government. Clean government. Clean government. Clean government. Clean government. Strengthening parliamentary democracy. A mouthful, isn't it? But it is important. Save our economy. Save our economy. Bantah GST. Bantah GST. Bantah GST. Bantah GST. Bantah GST. Louder than this, sir. Cannot laugh. Stop! Do not repeat that chant. We are not for bringing down an elected government. I cannot make that any clearer. We will not topple a government. I cannot make that any clearer. We empower the voters to do whatever the hell they want to do. And we back away.
Yes.
If they choose to vote anyone out, that's their call. I'm not going to stand here demanding that an elected representative be taken away. We are not for that. I don't know about your personal opinion, but we as an organization are not for that. Cannot make it any clearer. You want to go and put Najib Turun, whatever, on your personal Facebook, please go nuts. We are not for that. Bravely go and put it on your own personal Facebook, see what happens. All right. Now. Kawan-kawan kita. All right. Now, this is serious stuff, you know. We are actually enjoying it here. We're enjoying our right to dissent here. Our friends in Malaysia, I've not been following what's happening. Some of you may have been, but our friends in Malaysia are really facing some difficulties at the moment. Let's think about them. Let's pray for them. Say a little prayer.
A Malaysian student here in Melbourne. The leaders is some chants in Bahasa Malaysia. All right.
Okay, now that we have some English chants just now, we're going to complement it with some Bahasa Malaysia chants. So that, now we get balance. We are a very multicultural society. We like BM and English as well. So we'll start with Bangkit, Bangkit! Bangkit, Bangkit! Bangkit, Bangkit! Bangkit, Bangkit! Rakyat Malaysia! Rakyat Malaysia! Hancur, hancur! Hancur, hancur! Kezaliman! Kezaliman! Hapus, hapus!
people standing out there. This is the loudest we can get. If you can't hear us, follow us on Twitter or something. I'm so sorry. And yes, so if you do want to take photos today, and I've seen many people take photos and videos, the hashtag is birthday4. Birthday4. Okay, that is the hashtag if you want to share it. Next, we have Danish to tell us about what he thinks about birthday in our country.
Yeah. My fellow Malaysians and supporters around the world, today we are going to talk an important topic, a call of action for all of us to take after this rally, how to be an empowered voter. First of all, I would like to thank the organizing committee of Salam Bangsa Malaysia and Malaysian Progressives to give me an opportunity to speak on how to be an empowered voter. First of all, why do you want to be a voter? Why you need to be a voter? Can some of you give some answers? Why do you need to be a voter? Why do you need to be a voter? Right. It is your right. It's a constitutional right, and it's your responsibility to exercise a vote. You don't need to be a politician, you don't need to be a civil society leader, but at least you could do is be a voter. That's the first thing. Secondly, do you know that few years ago, up to 3 million unregistered voters? Don't be part of the 3 million unregistered voters. Okay. Someone can hold up the speaker because we need someone to assist. Thanks, Praveen. How is it right now? Much better? Okay, that's very good. Thank you very much, Praveen. I'll just wait until they come up. Okay. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about the 5 steps of being an empowered voter. First, be a registered voter. If you are a Malaysian citizen, if you are the age of 21 and above, no criminal conviction. I believe all of you are clean. Of course, we are Bersih, right? And you have a residence in one constituency. Be a voter. You go back to Malaysia, go to the nearest post office. Be that voter. If you're in Malaysia, if you're not in Malaysia, how about here? I received a written confirmation from the Election Commission that you can register as a voter in the High Commission in Canberra or the consulate. Please check with the Melbourne consulate if you can register as a voter. Rule, that's number 1. 2, how many of us are voters already? Just quick, raise your hand. Very good. Now it's your duty to ensure that your voting details are correct. Recently, Bersih in Kuala Lumpur did a stall and they found discrepancies. There is a voter and her sister stay in the same house, voting in 2 different constituencies. How is that possible? In Malaysia, yes, in Malaysia, the boundary cuts through your bedroom. We don't want that. If you find that, contact Bersih or better still, go to EC and tell that I want my address and everything fixed. So that's the second thing. The third thing, I will be trying to look towards the people behind here. The third thing is you need to encourage people from the rural area, Sabah and Sarawak, to be voter. They are our next big battle. They are being disenfranchised in a different way. But you have to empower them by telling your connections to be a voter. Fourth, what's the fourth thing? You are a voter. You already got an additional right. You know our electoral system has issues. We want a system that reflects a vote value that is the same. I cannot, unfortunately, to say this, in Malaysia, if you stay on this part, your vote value is 5 times higher than the voters here. That's unfair. How can you stop that? At the same time, our voting patterns are not being respected. How can I counter this? I'm from Tindak, Malaysia, an electoral reform group that is committed to help you to reform this system. Be an objector. Be an objector and counter-propose every redelineation, redrawing of the boundary in Malaysia. It's a tough fight. I went through that tough fight. But we have to win that battle, because if they draw the boundaries wrongly, forget about the election. The answer has been given. So, if you have questions about being an objector, come to talk to me straight and we'll see. It's a constitutional right that we can object. Now, the fifth one. You're a voter. You're an objector. What should you do right now? Anyone? What's the final step? It's one word. Vote. Exactly. When the time comes for election, vote. Do not stay at home and do nothing. I'm not going to say anything further, but the simplest thing you can do in democracy is to cast your vote. You are not voting for yourself, but your family, and most importantly, our beloved Malaysia, right? Yes! Okay, I'm going to summarize right now. So the 5 steps to be an empowered voter. Be a registered voter. Check your details. Get others to vote. Be an objector. Cast your vote. Are you ready to be an empowered voter? Yes! Thank you very much, everyone.
For sticking with us for so long. Now we have a next musical element from Jessica, but before that happens, if you need any refreshments, we have Movenpick behind us and 7-Eleven, so please do not block the entrances to Movenpick and 7-Eleven, okay guys? Next we have Jessica. Are you ready? Okay, Jessica is going to be playing a song and playing the guitar as well, singing a song. Let's give Jessica a round of applause.
How's everyone doing? All right? Yeah. Everyone okay? Everyone okay? Yeah. All right. I'll do my best, but I don't think I can sing very loudly. This is a song by John Lennon. It's called Imagine. Oh, I like this. good. Rasa sayang.
Okay, now we have...
Alright, thanks guys. Does anyone need an extra umbrella? Do you have extra umbrella? I have mine. Does anyone need an umbrella? Extra umbrella? Is that yes? Alright, next we have Jason Wong, a Malaysian student, to tell us about what he thinks. Guys, for sticking with us, we really appreciate this. Nothing can douse our semangat, right?
Hello, Melbourne! My fellow Malaysians!
Do you want to take this?
My name is Jason. I'm a student from Melbourne University. All right. Okay, story time.
It's okay, it's really good.
I came here 2 years ago to study. And for my entire life I was told, get an education, get a job, get out. That's what we've all been told. But when I came here, I became involved in activism. I've been doing local politics, refugees, climate change, workers' rights, all those things. And I've learned a lesson. Politics catches up to you. You can't run away from it. My fellow Malaysians, I urge you, do not let this government let you down. You have a responsibility. You have a duty. And in a democracy, we the people control the government. Nobody else. Not the elites, not the corporations, not one particular race. All of us. Please do not speak up, stand up, and show up to events like this, to demonstrations like this. Governments do not back down. Remember this, my fellow Malaysians. Thank you for coming today. Thank you so much. We are going to chant. But before that, don't let a little rain dampen your spirits. Now, imagine we have rain to remind us what kind of water, chemical-laced water, that our friends in KL are facing. This is clean water. Bersih punya air. Air yang cukup tulen. Bangkit, bangkit. Bangkit, bangkit. Bangkit, rakyat. Bangkit, bangkit. Bangkit, bangkit. Bangkit, a reminder, there are donation boxes passing around. Okay, these donation boxes help us cover the cost of these things today lah. Okay, now the donation boxes, if you're donating, you're kind enough to donate money, remember only donate into boxes which have the Bersih tag. Otherwise you're donating to somebody else. I didn't say that. My friend at the back said donating to Najib. I didn't say that. Okay, who's next?
I go first.
Thank you, brother. Now, the very courageous young woman who was chanting earlier, now she's going to talk. Now, let's listen to what our Malaysian student representative here has to say.
Assalamualaikum, salam progresif, salam bersih. Saya rasa bersih sekarang ni dah bukan macam bersih dah jadi umbrella movement. Kita tak boleh angkat dah Hong Kong punya movement jadi kita punya. Jadi izinkan saya berucap dalam bahasa Malaysia, bahasa ibunda saya. Saya ingin mengiktirafkan dahulu yang kita bermijak di atas Wurundjeri land of people. Ini iktiraf yang ini adalah tanah yang dicuri dari mereka. Itu yang pertama yang kita kena iktiraf lah. Jadi masa saya berbincang dengan pihak penganjur tentang macam mana nak kenalkan saya, macam mana nak kenalkan diri saya sebagai seorang pelajar, dia cakap nak panggil aktivis ke? Jadi saya kurang selesa lah dipanggil seorang aktivis. Aktivis yang benar ialah orang yang di Malaysia sekarang 17 anak muda yang occupy parlimen minggu lepas direman 2 hari. Dua UIA, pelajar UIA yang digantung 2 semester semata-mata menganjurkan forum. Mereka lah aktivis sebenar. Yang tahun lepas UM 8 orang ditangkap dan diugut untuk digugurkan sekolah. Itulah aktivis sebenar. Kita di sini, ini bukan cabaran. Ini bukan cabaran bagi saya dan ini patut bukan cabaran untuk anda semua. Dan saya ingin iktiraf kawan-kawan saya sekarang ni yang bertopeng, yang terpaksa menutup identiti mereka kerana mereka takut beasiswa mereka ditarik. Mereka aktivis sebenar. Saya iktiraf keberanian mereka untuk datang walaupun bertopeng. Jadi hari ni saya fikir macam mana nak address semua orang. Kita kena fikir pasal ancaman. Ancaman sekarang di Malaysia dengan kawan-kawan kita yang disembur tear gas, mungkin dipukul oleh pihak polis, kita tak tahu. Tapi ancaman ini bukan sahaja dalam bentuk senjata. Dah bukan bentuk senjata, dah bukan bentuk kereta kebal, dah bukan bentuk pistol, dah bukan macam tu. Ancaman sekarang hidup dan wujud dalam beasiswa kontrak yang cakap jangan student terus serta dalam politik. Itu ancaman. Jangan terus serta dalam bersih. Itu ancaman. Dan jangan terus serta politik masa muda. Kena fokus belajar. Kenapa? Kenapa beasiswa? Kenapa pemegang beasiswa? Kenapa anak muda macam saya tak boleh buat benda itu 2 sekali? Kenapa hanya boleh politik dan tak boleh belajar? Itu rubbish. Jadi ancaman ini semua tak payah ditindakkan pun, tak payah dilakukan tindakan. Cuma hanya ada ancaman sikit, ada momokan, ilusi ketakutan dan paranoia yang mereka dah direcam dalam kita untuk jangan duduk serta, jangan bertindak, hanya berdiam diri. Macam mana pemegang beasiswa harus berfikir kritikal kalau macam itu? Mereka tak boleh turut serta. Ini hak mereka, ini hak kami. Hak kami yang tak termaktub dalam
pelbagai persekutuan. Ini hak kami. Kami bukan. Kami lebih dari kontrak beasiswa yang diberikan. Kami lebih daripada orang-orang yang cakap jangan turut serta. Kami lebih daripada ancaman yang mereka telah tentukan kepada kita. Jangan kita tunduk kepada perintah mereka. Kita lebih dari mereka. Kita majoriti. Dan hapuskan terma silent majority. Kita the loud majority. Jangan kita biarkan culture ketakutan, culture ilusi paranoia ini berlaku lagi. Kawan-kawan saya tahu mereka yang tengah bertopeng sekarang ni, yang sedang ketakutan. Kita ada bersama anda. Kita ada sentiasa bersama anda. Dan politik anak muda yang ukir. Bukan orang dulu, bukan orang yang menulis kontrak itu, anak muda. Jadi masanya untuk kita tarik balik demokrasi kita. Sebab kalau hak kita untuk berhimpun pun salah, apatah lagi hak-hak lain. Mungkin satu hari nanti mereka akan tarik juga. Tarik hak mengundi mungkin, tarik hak berkata. Ini cuma satu langkah saja. Jadi kita hentikan sekarang. Hentikan dari sini. Kita ada tindakan di sini dan itu sudah cukup untuk menakutkan mereka pula. Sudah hentikanlah. Hentikan ketakutan kepada anak muda. Anak muda lagi besar dari itu. Dan tentunya politik bukan hanya wujud dalam perhimpunan, dia wujud juga dalam wacana politik untuk berfikiran sentiasa kritikal. Jadi saya dan kawan-kawan saya di Malaysian Progressives setiap 2 minggu ada lakukan wacana politik. Kita diskusi pasal benda-benda ini. Diskusi hal penting, hal yang kritikal kepada negara dan sentiasa menahankan diri daripada ketakutan yang mereka ingin lancarkan kepada kita. Sama-sama kita bangkit. Mahasiswa bangkit. Bangkit, bangkit. Mahasiswa. Hidup, hidup. Mahasiswa. Bangkit, bangkit. Mahasiswa. Hancur, hancur. Kezaliman. Hapus, hapus. Penindasan. Hapus, hapus. Kezaliman. Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum.
Okay, you guys inspire the hell out of me.
You're most welcome.
Louder, I want to try lah. My throat cannot ready lah. Oh yeah, ready lah. You guys inspire the hell out of me. The reason I say this is we had rain. Look, earlier we were going to have rain. Even that was bad enough. I thought, how? Then we had rain. Now rain also go away already. You all are still here. Bersih, 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 bersih. Now, let me say this without reservation. If we can change the weather, there is nothing else that we can't change. As voters, as electors, as the most powerful group within Malaysia, there is nothing else that we can't change. But for that to happen, what do we need? Okay, we're almost at the end, but I want to share just a few minutes of my personal experience in organizing this. Now, earlier I said there were 2,000 of you because I looked at who was in front of me lah. As we all do lah, what's in front of us. Then, because people are saying cannot hear all around, I took a walk. My God, I've been advised by venue management even. There are 5,000 of us here! 5,000! And the people here, and the people behind us, and the people up there, and the people who are spilling onto the roads. 5,000! Even with the rains! Bersih! Bersih! Okay, when I first decided maybe we should help our friends in KL organize this. My group here is called Anak Bangsa Malaysia in Australia. We are a Malaysian diaspora activist group here based here in Melbourne. So we wanted to do this in solidarity with our friends in Malaysia. Okay, so I consulted my committee, shall we do it? We had a bit of a discussion and we agreed we shall do it. Of course! Okay, next, I sought volunteers. Being the wonderful Malaysians we are, don't take this the wrong way, right? So being the wonderful Malaysians we are, everyone said, hey, you do means I'll do. I do means then the next person will do. You know lah. But came a point when I decided, even I thought, if we don't get 1,000 people, 5,000 now, I thought, even if we don't get 1,000 people, it's okay. Even if I get 10 hardcore fellas, even if I get 10 people who are so inspired to make a difference for the country we love, that is enough. Because talk is one thing, must act. Correct or not? So, okay, then I thought, okay lah, never mind. 10 people, so enough. Then, I don't know what else to do. People I was close to, I asked, can help, can volunteer, all of this. So much so, first person I turned to was my wonderful wife. I told her, Sayang, I'm doing this. I don't know who will help me, who may not help me. But from the heart, we need to do something good for our country. That's right. Will you be my first volunteer? What did you think that lioness told me? Saying, for you I will, of course for the country also lah. Okay, now from that, you guys just inspired the hell out of me. First we started small, okay? Then we promote publicity among our friends, all of this. Do you know that in our Facebook page, our Facebook event page, the invite list was hidden. We do appreciate that there is fear. For the privacy of everybody, we hid the guest list. So you may not have been able to see, I've been told you can't see how many people accepted. So on Facebook, there ended up, as of this morning, I think slightly in excess of 1,000, something like 1,100, 1,200 people who accepted. Now, to give you a gauge of what that means, Bersih 3, we had an acceptance of 624 people, to be exact. Bersih 4, we thought, people saying Bersih not relevant anymore, maybe 10 good enough. 1,000 over! I tell you, I was confused. Hey, is this true or not? Then now there are 5,000 of you! There are 5,000 of you! The more we do this, the more people will be inspired to keep doing this. We have to be the change we want to see. Okay? You have to, after today, when you go back, don't take selfie with your yellow t-shirt. Do all that, lah. Do all that. Please, do all that. But don't stop there. Do not stop there. Do more. Educate your friends. Educate your family. Say, hey, what is all this civil rights thing about? What is the civil rights? What is all this? You go and read up first. Sounds very fancy, civil rights. You go and read up what your civil rights are. Yeah. We in Malaysia have rights we don't even know about. Go and find out what they are, because they are your rights. And then tell others that they are also their rights. Now, what we do, Anak Bangsa Malaysia in Australia, as I said, we are Malaysian diaspora activist group based here in Melbourne. We don't only do this Bersih once in a while, gather. We don't do this only. Between elections, between Bersih rallies, we also do things lah. We don't just get together when there's a popularity thing. We get together when it comes to rallies like this. But what we also do is on the background, we do a lot of skilled volunteering to help our counterpart NGOs in Malaysia. Meaning, you have NGOs in Malaysia who need our help. Not only financially, financially yes, important also, but they also need help with simple things like editing a document. Now, to you and me, it's like, hey, so easy. Louder. You cannot. Come. This gentleman here is kindly offered to carry. Bersih! Bersih! Okay, so we do skilled volunteering. So simple things like editing documents that are being published, for example, right? So helping them with a press statement, things like this lah. To you and me, it sounds simple, eh? Editing document lah, how hard can it be? But you have to understand, NGOs in Malaysia don't have a lot of funding. So if you can't give them money, it's all right. You volunteer to help them in what way you can. You can do that from here easily. You don't have to go back to Malaysia to do this, no. You can do that from here easily. So all the keyboard warriors, you can use your skill to do something slightly different. Okay, look, after this, seriously, after this, in about a couple of weeks or so, we are going to call for a brainstorming session, if you like. The reason why we're doing this, as Anak Bangsa Malaysia, we're going to call for a brainstorming session on what you can do. The reason for this is people during these events, after these events, before these events, in between these events, will always come up to us and ask, brother, I'm so inspired. What can I do? You ask me. I ask who? I ask you, lah. You have the question. You also have the answer. We just need to tease it out together. So let's have a brainstorming session. So we'll make a call for that in about 2 weeks' time. Now, fantastic, there are 5,000 of you here. By no means am I expecting 5,000 people to turn up. We need an auditorium. But seriously, follow us on Facebook. Our group is called Anak Bangsa Malaysia in Australia. Okay? Look us up in Facebook. Please like us on Facebook for updates. I cannot ask this. I plead with you to do this because with the finish of today, the plight of our Malaysian friends does not end. It's an ongoing problem. We have to do something. Talk is one thing. Must do. Action. Yes. Action. Yeah. Action has to do that. Action. Okay. So after this, and also there was a contact list going around, getting email addresses. The reason for that is we maintain a mailing list where we reach out to you guys. Okay? We don't get any personal information, or we don't want your personal information. It's only your email addresses for contact on what we're doing, what we're organizing. So in about 2 weeks' time, give or take, give us a break, lah. In about 2 weeks' time, we'll make this call for action. Look out for that. Please participate. Do not think that I'm not somebody, lah. I'm not a politician. I'm not a lawyer. I cannot do anything. Nothing like that. Everybody has a role to play. Everybody has a role to play. You guys can help. You guys can most certainly help. And you can be proud to say you were part of changing the situation Malaysia is in at the moment. Yeah. You are part of the change. You can take pride in saying that. So look out for that. So I do not wish to bore you anymore. Next, what we're going to do is a bit more slogans and then Nagaraku. Yeah. Going to speak. Slogans.
I coined this little slogan here. It may sound terrible, it may sound really good, but I'm going to give it a try, okay? You with me? Yes! It goes like this. Let me do it first, right? I say, you say, we say, Bersih! Can we do this? Yes! I say, you say, we say, Bersih! Thank you.
So good.
Okay.
Okay, so to conclude, I think it would be best if we end it with Negaraku. Okay, we'll have announcement and then we'll do Negaraku.
Sorry, it's not very important. This is bigger than us. Okay? It's bigger than us, bigger than Malaysia. You see, there are stalls around us today. So the nice ladies here selling ice cream. The food trucks, I haven't been yet, but it looks very tempting. Okay, they've been very, very cooperative with us today. The poor souls have put up with us more. Okay? So look, if you do wish to say a little thank you, not that I'm promoting the goods they're selling, huh? But I am. I just don't have any vested interest in it, okay? But if you do wish to say a little thank you in your own small way, just purchase something from them because they've been very kind to us today. So ice cream looks good, but my throat koya already, so I cannot have ice cream. Flavor ice cream got. Okay, that's only my announcement. Thank you very much. Try and buy something from these guys. Okay? Thank you.
So before we all discuss, we will sing Negaraku, but we don't have music with us, so we'll just sing it a cappella. Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
Daulat Tuanku. Daulat Tuanku. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for giving us the opportunity. Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to bring all of you together. Thank you so much. Thank you. The donation box.